go then. We leave Catalonia and move into Italy. Ducati have dominated the championship so far in 2024. Martin's on pole. Will history give Marc Marquez the 93rd pole? Everybody, and welcome to the MotoGP Italian Grand Prix here at Mugello. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. We're a little bit rushed on air. We've had several technical difficulties as well with our systems because of the red flags in Moto3. It's confused the timing deltas. It doesn't know where it needs to be, but finally it has stabilized. So, here we go then. Martin on pole position with Viñales second. Marc Marquez third on the grid as well. Let's head down to the grid to see the latest news from everybody. Susie and Mav.
Frankie Carcetti, but everyone's a little on edge. It means a lot here in front of the Italian fans, especially for the Ducatisti. So, obviously, we heard the national anthem just then, but yesterday we had a superb rendition from the crowd. Will they be singing again today?
Well, that's the question Stefano Domenicali wanted the answer to. The pressure, though, today, is it on Jorge or is it on Pecco?
Possibly Pecco. I know Pecco's the stronger of the two in terms of rhythm, but when he's won here last year and he's on such form, he's got 1 or 2 tenths in his pocket.
Hang on.
Love that.
Not even going to compete with those. Glorious. What a fantastic sight it really is here.
But yeah, with Pecco, I think championship-wise, obviously, he put a good 12-point dent in Jorge's lead yesterday. The opportunity's there again today, and there will be an air of... Oh.
Yes.
I almost blew my eardrums in.
I tell you what, look, you could feel the wind from that. Absolutely extraordinary. That's a moment in life that I think we'll never forget, Michael. That is really building the atmosphere here. Those fast jet guys are always naughty. That was a good buzz.
It was indeed. That was a proper buzz in the tire job. It was right above us, so you could feel it. You could feel the air as it blew through here. And it nearly blew my eardrums out. But yeah, great spectacle here in front of the Italian crowd. They always put on a show.
Blew your hair about a little bit.
what hair there is. It almost standing on end. But you feel it. The atmosphere is building here. As you say, you get goosebumps. The crowd are expecting a good battle. We've had good racing so far today. The sprint wasn't what the crowd expected, but I think we're going to be treated to a spectacle here for the main race. So tyres are a bit in the mix. We're going to hear from Sylvain soon.
With that in mind, let's find out what Sylvain has found out. Who's doing softs, who's doing medium softs?
Well, I'll tell you what, Susie, that was close with that plane. It was about as close as Pecco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez race pace. These two are separated by almost nothing. What is going to separate them today looks like it's the tire choice. So Pecco Bagnaia is one of the only riders that looks like he's going with the medium rear. And Marc Marquez, like most of the riders, is going with the soft rear. So the soft is going to offer more grip, it's going to activate faster. So Pecco will have in his mind a great start, controlling the race from the front with his medium tire that should last a little bit longer in the race. In the front, everybody's opting for the medium. It's because here it's a balance in between hard braking and lots of corner speed. You know, you need the edge grip here to carry that corner speed in a fast chicane. So the medium is the best. The hard front didn't have quite the edge grip, and the soft is too soft for the hard braking zones. Watch out for that man. The first lap is going to be super aggressive, and I feel like Pecco is going to want to control the race from the first position.
Thank you, Sylvain. A grid switch then from yesterday. Because of that penalty for Pecco Bagnaia, he's having to start from the second row of the grid, which switches, of course, everyone ahead of him. He's got to come through. He would like nothing more, of course, than to win in his backyard. But one rider that's not very happy about that is Marc Marquez, who's having to go from the third. Now, he wanted to go on the inside where he was yesterday, even if it meant row 2, because if I could just ask Alex to spin around, this is why. If you look at the turn down to turn 1, the run down, it's much easier. It's a much smoother ride to that crest of the hill from the inside. So Marc not very happy from going from the outside. And then if we sweep along the front row of the grid, you've got Maverick Vinales there in second place, who dropped back yesterday. What can he do? What can he do for performance? We spoke to Max Biaggi earlier, and they were hoping to change a lot of things. But here's your man in pole position then, Jorge Martin. Yesterday, no points in that sprint race. The first time ever in the format that we've had. He's going from pole position. And the last thing that he wants is to give an inch to Pecco Bagnaia. There's 27 points the difference on this 23-lap race. So can Jorge bring it to the Italians, to the Italian crowds who are back here? I'll tell you what, I'm going to walk out of shot and leave you with this glorious grid. Only a minute to go. This is MotoGP.
Ready for battle to commence. MotoGP is awesome around Mugello. This majestic Autodromo Internazionale di Mugello yesterday hosted a fantastic sprint race. Will it host a fantastic Grand Prix? It's certainly got the precedent to. Pole position to Jorge Martin. Second for Maverick Vinales. Marc Marquez lines up third on the grid. Enea Bastianini is fourth. A three-place grid penalty for Pecco Bagnaia puts him fifth. Franco Morbidelli is sixth. Pedro Costa puts him seventh. Alex Marquez eighth. Aleix Espargaro ninth. Alex Rins is 10th. Miguel Oliveira 11th. Raul Fernandez 12th. Brad Binder goes 13th. Fabio Di Giannantonio 14th. Fabio Quartararo 15th. Bezzecchi 16th. Mir 17th. Zarco 18th. Miller 19th, Augusto Fernandez 20th, Paul Espargaro 21st, Lorenzo Salvadori 22nd, Takiki Nakagami 23rd, and Luca Marini is 24th. Track temperature is at 40 degrees Celsius, air temperature 22 degrees Celsius, 3 km/h wind speed blowing in from the south, 45% chance of rain as well, and it should be an awesome race here for MotoGP. Let's just get that right, shall we?
I have fought with a bin and won. And now either a fly or something that stings. It didn't sting me, though it looked aggressive.
Hi.
Hi,
How
I
are
got
you?
it out of the box.
My hands now hurt after doing those potatoes.
Potatoes hurt. Whoever tells you they don't is a lie.
We need one of those potato cutters where you just shove them in and it's done.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up how much those are.
Martin leads the title at 155 points. Bagnaia is on 128. There's a 27-point difference. Martin starts from a pole position. Is today going to be that day for the change? The formation lap is underway. We've got our blog up now, Megan, here as well, so we can see what's going on. It should be a good race, Megs.
$16.99.
Is that all for freedom?
Yes. You can use apples and pears on it too. Which is useful. You
Going
should tell Uncle Keith he likes to peel his apples.
Going up the apples and pears is what we're going to see today. What do you think's going to happen in this race? Everyone, as I said, medium front, soft rear.
3 crashes.
Look at this. 1 week ago, Bagnaia took Ducati's 92nd win in MotoGP. Stoner, using the 27, got the 27th as well. So on. Bezzecchi, 72nd. Martin, 89th. Bagnaia, the 63rd. Is Marc Marquez the third going to take Ducati's 93rd win in MotoGP?
He better. Also, I've just seen a child who looks quite like the Marquezes. Do they have another family member?
Not as far as I know.
Well, either way, he looks so much like them.
All eyes then will turn to the lights here. It's a 23-lap Italian Grand Prix at Mugello. The run towards turn 1 at San Dante is fierce. Green flag at the back. Ducati in blue in honour of the Euros. Who's going to be first today? Lights on! Lights on! Race on in Mugello. Great start from Martin. Great start from Marc Marquez. Immediately over to second position goes Maverick Vinales. And here Bastianini comes down the inside line. Bastianini's going to lead into turn 1. It's 4 abreast. Look at Aleix Espargaro coming round the outside. He's almost tripped up with Franco Morbidelli and Alex Marquez. And into the lead goes Pecco Bagnaia. The Italians go nuts as 5th to 1st. It doesn't matter about his penalty. Brilliant start from the world champion, the sprint winner yesterday, and it shocks Martin. Bagnaia leads by the time we get to Maserati.
Zarco had a terrible start, was making his way back up. This smoke is causing problems.
Not the best as they come downhill in towards Casanova. Back through Savelle. Arrabbiata 1 and 2. Bagnaia leads. Martin second. Bastianini third. Marc Marquez down to 4th position. Then it's Pedro Acosta up to 5th. Vinales did run in the lead before turn 1. He's dropped to 6th place. Gives an example of how difficult this track is.
Top 6 in a second of each other.
Yeah, Morbidelli down in 7th position. Aleix Shades. Alex is 9th. Digi stays in 10th position as we come through. Scarpera down through Paglio towards Quarantina, and Bagnaia's put a 3/10 advantage as Marc Marquez has a go at Bastianini. Just listen to the crowd. Unbelievable. Yeah, as Kenny says, what penalty for Pecco? Straight up there to the lead.
Marquez is trying to make a move now, and Bastianini is less than a 100th away from him now.
And look at Petro. So don't forget, Ducati's in blue this weekend as well, just for this race for the European Championships. They're the reigning winners, so it's a nice honorary livery for them as well. So there's Bagnaia leading. There's Bastianini. There's Marc Marquez. There's Jorge Martin in P2 as well. Acosta's lining him up as well. As we complete the opening lap then, a 1:51 lap. We're expecting that to come down to around about a 1:44 as well. Best race lap was a 1:46 last year. Whoa,
I saw that on the timing screen.
Yeah, everyone's stripping places as Marquez goes down and Fernandez dropped down as well. Jack Miller up 6 places. Miller the best one, but for me, without a doubt, Pecco Bagnaia 5th to 1st before turn 3. It's a Senna performance.
It's like he only needed 2 corners to take over 5 bikes.
Amazing.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing from Pecco. Is it Mio as well, or is that Gas looking a bit too racy? And Mark's looking racy now as well behind Bastianini. Bastianini led the race into turn 1. Bagnaia came out of nowhere and said, "I'll take that, thank you very much." Inside line worked.
He got them all when they were on their least defensive.
Yeah, brilliant start from the world champion. And
Marquez
now
is going to be biding his time again.
Yeah, but now we've got the championship protagonist 1-2. We've got Bagnaia second in the title, 27 points back with Martin second. If Martin crashes, Bagnaia wins. The gap comes down to 3 points.
Yeah, but that never works out well for either of them, does it?
Yeah, well, it's opposite day, remember? So maybe Martin's good in the race and Bagnaia's bad in the race. If you remember yesterday when Martin crashed out of the sprint race and Bagnaia actually won it for the first time in 2. And in fact, that's the first sprint race that Bagnaia won since Austria last year.
Maybe they'll both crash out.
Yeah, that was September last year. That was how late it was as well as they come into the braking zone then. Back into the last corner of the Busch hairpin. Back up towards San Dante we go. Lap 3 of the race.
It goes quiet.
Yeah.
It feels so ominous, like something is about to happen, like a really big overtake. Or crash. Hopefully no crashing. Not yet.
Marquez up the inside of an air. Bastianini runs it in too deep. Bastianini gets the cut back, and that's opened the door to Pedro Acosta. I bet Mark wasn't thinking about that. Side by side in towards Luco. Mark stays ahead.
Hence the ominous attempt to overtake.
Tenzin said, "Please no crashing. Yeah, we want a good race."
Not for another 7 laps is my hope.
You're ominous tonight, aren't you?
Well, I just fought with a bin. I've got a lot ominous about me.
Martin's done a 1:45.973, and that's in it. That's Alex Marquez getting ahead of Aleix Espargaro, so he's split the 2 ones now as well. Megan.
Martin has done 2 red sector times. If he can keep that up, he'll catch up to Bagnaia in no time.
Yeah, he has done the 2 red sector times. Let's try and see if we can open that up.
He's the only one to do it. He has the current fastest lap of, I think, yeah,
Most timings.
he
Can't
has
do
the
it,
current
yeah.
fastest lap of a 1:45.975.
So he's 0.6 of a second faster than the last time around as well. And that's Marc Marquez defending again from Pietro Acosta down at turn 12 at Corentina through Biodati 1 and 2. Bagnaia has the lead of this race by half a second. Martin in second place as well. Back up towards the last hairpin, and it does feel like there's something going on, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, that's why Acosta's gone way too deep in the last corner.
Oh, now he's in a battle with Morbidelli. That is not good. He just managed to stay ahead of him. So, yeah, it feels like there's something in the air.
Yeah.
And it's not a good feeling when there's something in the air in a race. Also, the weather is kind of giving that impression too.
Kenny says that Vinny didn't get a good start at all as well.
No.
Vinales did not. He's down to 7th after, well, nearly into turn 1. Everyone but Maverick got a medium rear. Hang on a minute. Yeah, Maverick's got medium front, medium rear. So everyone's medium front, soft rear, bar Maverick, who's got a medium rear tyre. So that's an interesting strategy. That explains why he didn't get the launch down to turn 1 in that braking zone. He didn't get the traction down, no grip. Look at that. New best race lap. Oh, I thought someone off it. It's a Marshall. It's a Marshall on the back. I thought I saw a yellow helmet. I thought, has one of the VRs gone down? But no, there they are. There's Digi and there's Bezzecchi down 17th position.
Digi's just passed Aleix.
Fastest ever lap time, then new fastest lap record, I believe. It was a 1:46.588 set by Bagnaia last year in 2022. It's now 1:45.937. So we have fastest ever lap time in the race now, as well as the actual fastest overall time here at Mugello in the records.
Oh, the battle is brewing.
It's a slow, isn't it? And actually, there's only 38 thousandths between Bagnaia and Martin in that first sector. And now it's grown to half a second. Mark and Binder passes Aleix for 10th. So
ooh, that's 2 in 2 laps passing Aleix. Is there something wrong with him? Hold on.
I don't think there's something wrong with Aleix. Bagnaia's got middle sector times improving like crazy.
He's the only one who's not improving. Well,
yeah.
Well, Bastianini's not improving. No, he's got other priorities right now.
Yeah, Bastianini's got to defend from Marc Marquez. And look at that. Look how close Mark is coming out the last corner as well. He's properly giving it his all. So Pecco switched to the soft rear tyre. He was originally going to use a medium rear. That's interesting. So on the grid, he swapped to the soft rear tyre when he saw what everyone else was doing.
Dropping.
Who was?
Fernandez, Augusto.
Oh, don't tell me Augusto Fernandez. Yeah, he is dropping. He's passed by... Well, Mia's passed him.
Is he...
And Zarco...
Is he okay?
I could just have run it deep into
one.
Yeah,
I think he's gone wide.
Yeah, he's gone wide at 1.
Thankfully,
no sign of yellows.
Moving. He's still moving, so I think he's just gone really wide.
Miller's passed Bezzecchi. I just saw on the time screen, yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. How did Bezzecchi get up that order so quick? Why? That's Miller dropped down the order. Quadraro's passed Miller, and then Bezzecchi passed Miller, and then Miller repassed him.
Bezzecchi is quite close to Miller, so I think it was a mixture.
They've all 3 side by side through the back half. Is it me or has the track got a bit darker? It was sunshine a minute ago.
Yeah, it has got darker. The weather is reflecting things.
Right, what's this we're spotting here? This is
Fernandez is all the way down now. He's stopped.
This is crashed. Yeah, I think
he's out.
It must be some sort of tech problem. Or is he still going? He's going now. No, Augusto Fernandez.
What is wrong with him?
I think he's got a tech issue. I think Augusto Fernandez got a tech issue.
You watch. He's actually in 12th place and we just don't know.
Timing having that glitch. No. I think Augusto Fernandez on that Gas Tech 3 Aprilia, a KTM bike, don't forget, factory KTM. I think he's got a tech problem. The clouds have come over. Marc Marquez practiced a flag to flag this morning in case it becomes needed. 45% chance of rain, it says on our monitors up here in the commentary box. You can see the same thing. And look at sunshine coming to the bush.
Maybe it's just a really, really heavy cloud coming there.
We are in the valley.
Now it's dark.
So one part of the track's fine. The rest of it's in. You almost need floodlights to see what's going on down there. It's turn 1. So really confusing cloud cover as now it's bright sunshine again to turn 1. The start straight is almost covered in darkness, but no sign of any rain. Look at that, Bagnaia again, 1:45.770, fastest step of the race.
Just keeps beating his own times.
Laughing how the interval on the timing tower always says 0.05 instead of 0.5 in the first sector. Yeah, it's getting weird. Fernandez does have a problem then.
Yeah, he's empty for pits.
So Augusto Fernandez becomes our first retirement of this race. Hopefully you can see him down there on the bottom of the timing tower. 24 doesn't really fit in on an 80 zoom, so... yeah, it's not that greatest MotoGP stuff as well. Next week it's 22, so we should be okay.
There he is.
And he was wishing it'd be a flag to flag because he could swap to a bike that works. But no flag to flag, I'm afraid.
It's just like, please tell me I can do that. They're just like, no. No.
Yeah,
The car's not in your favour.
they'll try and change it once more. There's Bagnaia leading this race now by 0.6 of a second. So the predicted race pace and the actual race pace are the same. Bagnaia is matching what he did in the sprint race to what he's doing in the race pace, a 1:45.9.
Well, that explains why he's, what is that, 0.6 ahead?
Yeah.
I am tired.
So he's hopped on that new livery Ducati and gone, yeah, we've got it, it's fine. And Martin, who's back on the normal Prima Pramac livery this weekend, is going, right, I'm on the attack back. Ducatis sweep the top 4, and it's Acosta in the 5th place in that KTM. How much longer does that change, though, as we exit the last corner and head down once again to San Dante? Damn, that was a fast lap, says Kenny. It really is a fast lap out here. Lap 7 of 23. 17 laps to go.
Bezzecchi, I think, has just overtaken Miller. Are we going to...
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Tenzin says lap 7 is coming. Let's see about your prediction, Megan. And down goes Mia, I believe. Yeah, Mia's crashed. Yeah, one Mia has crashed out at turn 1. Don't doubt Megan's power.
7 laps.
Yeah.
7 laps.
That's our first crasher. Tenzin says, wow. And there he is at turn 1 at San Dante. Juan Mir is out of the race and he's our first crasher, just as Megan predicted on lap 7 of this race. That's scarily good. Shows the lottery numbers. Well, Fernandez has already retired from the race.
I said 3 cars would be out.
3 bikes.
I mean bikes.
Who's the third then?
I don't know.
That's scarily good predicting from Megan, to be fair, I've got to admit. Bagnaia leads 0.7 of a second to Martin, and then Bastianini's closing in as well as Marc Marquez. Yellow flags have been withdrawn. We're back to the green flag running as they'll attack back.
Sometimes my power works, sometimes it does not. Today, it is being nicer.
Yeah, you said lap,
To me.
You said lap 7. You got to lap 7. And then our
right
first crasher.
Right as lap 7.
I think the front buckled on him. Look at that type of accident because he was just down on the deck. So thinking about it, it must have been like that.
Fernandez passes Rins, and you know which Fernandez it is because the other one's out.
Look at this from Bastianini looking on Jorge Martin towards turn 1. Raul passes Alex Rins back, so that changed it. That's good, 'cause Megan needs to calm down with that.
Never. Aren't I doing IndyCar later?
Yes.
I mean, poor Scott McLaughlin.
Yeah. IndyCar, by the way, is at warm-up is at 2:30 p.m. British Summer Time. Detroit Grand Prix from 5 p.m. British Summer Time. Then after that, 8:30 p.m. British Summer Time. NASCAR Worldwide Technology Raceway. They're all available on the live chat and the YouTube. It's still closing in again, Megan. I don't know what to say about it. Oh, hello. What's that? It's Martin in P2.
Martin, let's watch how he goes round this corner.
Is it me or they're all saving? Because they've got soft rear tyres. Are they all just desperately trying to save tyres in case something goes wrong?
It seems that way because look at the way that Martin
Yeah.
is taking those corners. He's doing it very delicately.
Not putting a lot of power down at the rear, is he? He's just
It's like he's
keeping it calm.
gliding.
Yeah, keeping it calm. It's almost like he doesn't want anything to go wrong.
It's like he knows he has to fight at the end.
Brad saying the Ducati domination is boring.
Any domination's boring.
Brad, honest question, do you like any form of motorsport, really? Because you're always a negative. Even during the great races.
Oh, Quartararo, again, going down.
He's dropped down to 16th now, hasn't he, Fabio?
Yeah,
Passed by Bezzecchi.
That's interesting.
Brad says, I like F1.
Yes.
Tenzin says, don't want to jinx it, but surprised how well Morbidelli's doing. Good for him. Yeah, I'm on 2, up to 6th place. He was dominant at the start. Prince says, is Mark saving tyres? I think they're all saving tyres. I honestly think they are, because all about Vinales, who's now catching up to this battle.
Vinales thinks he has nothing to lose.
Or medium front, medium rear. He's got the grip to do it, but...
That's the way he approaches things, I've noticed. He approaches things like, I don't have anything to lose.
Watch Bagnaia at the start from 5th on the grid, Megan. Talk us through it when the lights go out.
Right.
Now.
Bagnaia
Now.
gets a very good start and just... Oh, that was so close.
That was Mark cutting him off.
Yeah, and weirdly, that worked in his favour. Bagnaia just seemed to... While everyone else moved to the side to try and overtake, he just kept his position exactly and just kept going straight on.
Ran the outside in the middle, and then...
It was perfect.
Yeah. Perfect line. Ran the outside into 1, and then becomes the inside for 2, and by then he's jumped Martin.
Exactly.
That was...
His penalty point was perfect positioning for him to take lead.
Yeah. Kenny says to Tenzin, he had a good sprint too, he did. Mark Marquez fans in as well. And Matt says, F1 says, talk about boring dominance as well in F1. Hey, Max is beginning to lose a little bit there.
Especially at places beginning with M.
And Montreal is next.
Yes. Can't wait for Monza.
I know, the Italians are going nuts if it's a 1-2. Speaking of Italians at the Italian Grand Prix, here's Mugello.
Wait a minute, I just realised something. Ferrari are the only team this year to actually have both of their drivers be winners.
Yeah. Which is weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here we go.
And they fired one of them. So now, he is literally the want of every single team.
Way to go
Apart
on
from
top.
McLaren.
Yeah. Oh, Mark's a bit late on the brakes there into 1. Is that going to open the door to Pedro Costa? Do you see how much Mark had to sort of lift the bike back up after Sandonte?
Yeah, we did.
Brad says, do you think Red Bull will struggle in Canada and dominate Spain? I think they're going to struggle in Canada, definitely. And I think in Spain, from what we saw last year, Spain could be tricky for them because it's a constant battle race. And I don't think they've got the pace anymore.
We don't happen to be in Madrid for Spain, do we?
No, Barcelona.
Ah, shame.
Madrid's in 26, I think. Or is it 25? I don't know. Is this the last year for Barcelona, or is it next year? Next year's the last year for Barcelona. It's 2026, I think, we go to Madrid.
Then we shall wait for their lack of dominance there.
By 2026, the new regulations.
No,
And no Adrian Newey. Yeah. The downfall of Red Bull has already begun.
Newey has already signed a Ferrari flag.
I thought so.
I've seen it.
Back to the MotoGP action right now as well.
Funny thing is, someone said in Italy that's a contract.
It is, yeah. Now, we've got this annoying situation going on right now where because everyone's chosen, apart from Mavi Vinales, so spare me from that, but because everybody has chosen the soft rear tyre, it can't do the entire race distance. So they're having to save tyres, which is something we don't often see in MotoGP, saving the tyres. Nakagami's crashed. Biadetti won. Says rider okay.
Is he the third?
Oh, he's off at turn 12. He is the third retirement, yeah. Second crusher. So Nakagami's down at turn 12 at Correntino.
Okay, now we just need no one else to...
Usually changing colours on an Italian bike isn't actually a great look. Red to blue. So let's see. But Marc Marquez, remember, to make history.
I've got a funny
Follow the
joke about
pattern.
that later.
Yeah.
I'll tell you after.
Mark's starting to come back here. Don't count him out. Mark is going to be in the fight. If anything, it's an Air Bastianini who's the anomaly here. He's been up and down all
Yes.
season, but the last 3 races, it's been Bagnaia, Martin, and Marc Marquez involved in the fight. Until Bagnaia threw it away, and Q going nuts in the commentary.
It's not unusual.
Catalan? Yeah. Max won by 24 seconds in Spain last year. Spain last year was a brilliant race. Never mind about Max winning. It was barnstorm because of the pit stops.
Oh, yes, the pit stops.
There seems to be an issue with Marc Marquez's ride height device. And there's puffs
Again?
of smoke. Yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah.
Can't that man catch a break?
So Marquez has got a problem with the ride height device. Now, let's take a look. This is coming out the last corner of the Bushane. So let's see if there's a problem. We're riding with him now. Bastianini running in third. So we need an off-board camera here to see what it's like. Coming through the Birodani chicane.
Personally, I'd like to see from Bastianini's rear view of it.
No, we need an off-board camera to see it bouncing around. Let's take a look. So how much does Mark... Is that why Mark had problems the last time around?
Maybe.
Let's have a look. Here we go.
Here.
Yeah, can you see him having to kick it off? See how much time he loses coming onto the straight?
I love how he got exactly the view that I wanted.
Yeah. Well, they're listening to you, Megan.
I control the sport.
So Marquez has a small problem. Oh, hello. Was that Martin going deep? Yeah, it was. And it caught Marquez's eye as well, actually. Come on, Mark. What have you got? Sunshine coming out here halfway in the Italian Grand Prix. Lap 12 with 12 to go. Out of the 23. Count the last lap, remember?
That was Martin just then.
Yeah.
Did you notice that little wobble? I want to see his tyres. Is his tyres okay?
Well, if Martin has blown his rear tyre already, he's not going to get to the end of this race.
I think he's just struggling. Is the wind gone up?
Yes. Yeah,
it's gone
it
up by
has.
2. So that must be what's struggling for him.
There's a move on the circuit somewhere. Binder up into 10th place, passes Alicia Spargo. Right.
Let's just keep going down.
Now we're into the sprint race. So if they've saved their tyres during the start, we should be flat out to the end now.
Which Bagnaia is apparently good at, even though...
You say that.
Well, he was yesterday.
I've got a feeling Bagnaia's going to crash.
Well, don't say
I've just got this weird feeling. I think Martin's going to do it as well.
that. What, both of them out? Bastianini wins.
No, I think Mark's going to win it.
Last lap.
Bastianini versus Marc Marquez. There's a tailback at Aragon a few years ago. Aragon's back. Love Aragon. Another Spanish circuit, though.
It would be on the last lap, I think, if they overtake.
Mark, you can see the you can see the bike bouncing up across that line over the crest. So there is a ride height issue. 11 to go. Second half of the race now.
He'll be fine. I mean, he's dealt with a lot worse.
He has. We're now longer than the sprint race was yesterday, by the way. We're now into the proper Grand Prix. Bagnaia just holding off from Martin in second. Bastianini in third. 3/10 between them all at the moment. What's the gap between them all? 1.6 seconds between Marc Marquez and Bagnaia. Come on, what have you got?
It's actually quite a big gap between Acosta and Marquez.
What is it? 1.1.
Yeah. It is quite a big gap, to be honest. Here's a replay.
This is Bagnaia.
Okay.
Oh, it's a Brembo brake data.
Ooh, see that?
Twitching under braking, yeah.
I think the wind caught him a bit. He put his leg too far out for too long.
Well, where's that wind blowing from? It used to tell us, it doesn't now. South.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see S. I'm pretty sure. SE, now southeast. It tells us now. Look.
Right, so the start line's north here, so that's a headwind to one. So that's that.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah,
it was blowing him back.
yeah. So it's a headwind
he
into one
lost.
under braking.
So he lost his balance.
Got to really concentrate on these maps. That's Morbidelli under pressure from Vinales over 6th place. Martin has cut the gap to 0.5 to Bagnaia, but Bagnaia looks comfortably in control. It's 7/10 at the moment. Yeah, go on.
That explains why Martin had that wobble a
Yeah.
lap or two ago, because he realised, oh, the wind's picked up.
Mark's in the wheel tracks of Bastianini. He's not going to go for a move though, 9 to 1. No idea. I'm doing RT for 4:30. Dad's T's at later. David's going to do it. So I'll do it. I'll just because we're in IndyCar.
Good, because I'll be hungry by then.
Yes.
I haven't actually had the actual breakfast.
Well, I could always do Dad's dinner at the same time if he wants it then, and then we can eat later something snacky.
I might. Ooh, I just thought something. I could have my breakfast pancakes later on and have it as dessert.
Yeah, you can have it as a dessert.
Yeah, have it with the bondies.
I really hope that strawberry ice cream is refreezing. Our freezer decided to... Hang on a minute. Maverick's thinking the inside of a Macrobiado on Morbidelli. He hasn't done it there. Yeah, our freezer decided to defrost everything. So our really expensive strawberry ice cream, the Card de Lure, has melted. absolutely furious on that one.
Yeah, for some reason, the temperature went down from 5, which it has to be, otherwise it tends to mess itself up.
To 4, and it messed itself up.
I don't know why it was
It hasn't
on
got
that.
a switch on itself, unless it has, and we just didn't know that.
I don't think it does.
No, I don't think so either. Right, 10 laps to go then.
What even? I don't know who switched it. No one would have.
I'm just going to say this. When did Martin get that close to Bagnaia? He's right there. Look at
Oh,
Vinales.
jeez.
Vinales is going for a move.
That's happened in the last 2 corners, I think.
Yeah.
So we were looking at, I think, Bastianini at that time.
They're exactly the same coming across that line.
Speaking of,
And Marc Marquez going to have a go here down towards turn number 1. And he's about, everyone's saving their time. Can someone just get a cattle prod and stick it in everybody to get this race livened up a bit?
I think Rins is having a battle right now with Bezecchi.
John says, here it comes. 93 supporters again. Oh, come on, Mark, 93. Says, Maney. SHG says, Mir is officially done with Honda. Yeah, he is.
At least Marini's not last.
Where is Marini? 20th.
Second
He's
to
not
last.
bottom. He's going to go and have a go at Lorenzo Salvadori.
He's second to last.
He's second to last, yes. Almost worse at being last, considering that Salvadori is a wild card rider.
Yeah.
He's not the full rider.
He technically is last.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to need new e-cups next week. We say this every week, but really am. Because we've got Le Mans
Well,
coming.
I need new earphones.
Yeah, forgot that.
Yeah, my earphones, my personal ones, decided to snap.
There's some bows there you can buy.
Yeah, and if you can just super glue it, when I get a bit more, I've got my eye on some that like 25 quid.
So basically, that's what I'm paying for.
No, I'm paying.
With the money I owe you for Donny.
Maybe.
Vinales right in the back of Morbidelli. Yes, I was sent to Donington for the touring cars race won by her.
Yes.
Because there was a job opportunity.
Yeah, I consider it a birthday gift. Though I still owed. The opportunity is a birthday gift, not.
I looked down going, really?
Yeah, you
can't-
still have to pay for it. I paid for one of my books.
You paid for, you brought me
again,
my
I
new
bought that
adapter that
I know.
enables us to do this commentary.
I got the box and just wrote adapter on a piece of paper because he was already using it and put it inside.
Because we desperately needed to use it, otherwise everything would have blown up.
And then I put a post-it note on the front and said, "Open to Joshua from Lego."
In fairness, though, I don't owe you as much anymore because we got the money back for both the tripod adapter and that other one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was 25 quid back. That mean I still owe you everything from Donington? Yeah.
Don't worry, I know exactly how much.
It's about 60 quid, isn't it? 65. 65, I thought it was. That's pittance to what we got from... I could pay you back and still have 200 quid from the YouTube ad revenue. Is it me or is the race just starting to bubble? Because
Yeah.
Mark's closed the gap in. Bagnaia's now half a second back. We've had to really, really wait for this one.
It's
but
like-
now we can go.
It's bubbling like the potatoes in the house.
Don't, I forgot about those. I hope they're all right. I might have to actually turn them up. I put them on a very low boil. Oh, I thought I was going to crash
You
it.
said that would take an hour, and an hour is the end of this.
Yes.
So, shall we do a quick off?
No, I don't know. I'm running an hour. If we get to the end of it, we can do the podium. We haven't done the podium for a while in MotoGP. I'd like to actually get to one.
I can turn the potatoes off if you like.
Nah, leave them on. They'll be fine. They're on a very low heat.
They're not going to be overboiled.
Nah.
Oh no, the potatoes that we need to mash up are too soft.
I like them to be softer as well. Might have done too much though, but you can never have too much mashed potato in a shepherd's pie. Right, are we going to see a battle finally? 7 laps to go. Bagnaia and Martin separated by half a second. 4/10 of a second now I will adjust myself to. Oh, now it's 5/10 of a second. And Bastianini and Marc Marquez separated by less than 2/10 of a second. So now we've got the going on. 89 and 23 not going to end well. So that's Martin and Bastianini. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well, John. I just want Mark getting up there. I know Bagnaia needs to win the race for the titles and everything, but take Bagnaia and Martin out of the race. Just give Mark the win.
We'd prefer him not. win the race for the title. Make it more exciting.
You sound like the Queen of Peladon when you said that. We would not.
We would not.
Yeah. Through Arabiata 1 and 2.
Where's the
uphill.
crystal?
With the great beast, Agador. Over the hill, down into the braking zone, into Scarpera. Mark, please, turn 3, says So Vandy. Is that an opportunity to overtake? Turn 3 is at Luco. Turn 3 is Secco, Poggio Secco.
8 tenths back.
SHT says, for what it looks like, it's going to be a good weekend for Yamaha. It's really back once again for them. Yeah, Quadrara 16th and wins in 15th. So it's ebbing and flowing. It was a good practice, but the bike's still far away in quali and especially race pace. It's too far back. So, are we going to see any battles between it? It's a Ducati top 4 race, basically.
It is.
And Mark's on a year-old bike. Bastianini, Martin and Bagnaia are all on the 24 bike. Let's not forget that either. And Mark is doing this. What can he do if he puts him on an equal bike? Mark's going for it into turn 1 in San Dante, and he's through. Yes, well done. Marc Marquez, he takes 3rd place, and now he sets his sights on going for victory here at the Italian Grand Prix. Mark is pacing himself. If anybody knows how to do A, last lap wins here, and B, how to win overall in Mugello, it's Marc Marquez, who's done it 3 times.
He's got 6 laps to gain 2 seconds.
Easy. He's already 1.1 to... Yeah, he's 1.1 seconds now to Martin. He's 1.7 seconds to Bagnaia. 3 tenths already, Megan, in the first sector.
Ooh, look at that, just Fen.
Big black line.
He's already gaining a lot of time.
Yeah, Martin drifting out that rear tyre, as you said earlier on. Bastianini is just sitting behind Marc Marquez. If I was Bastianini, I wouldn't go for the move. Just follow Mark. Trust in Mark's instincts, and then you can have an attack for 2nd or 3rd, yeah. So if I was Bastianini, I'd learn from Marc Marquez. But Bastianini knows as well, this is the other psychological game. Bastianini knows that if he's beaten by Marc Marquez and Jorge Martin, he won't have a contract next year at the factory team. That he's had a contract, Bastianini, at the end of the year for the factory team at Ducati, and Marc and Martin wants to take his place. So
good.
Yeah, it's all about, well, what's going on here? So what we're watching is Bagnaia out front and then a massive political game for everybody else behind.
So
yes, Mark coming to turn 1.
So we need Bagnaia and Martin to get really close to each other.
We do.
And then crash.
Kind of,
Taking each other out, as championship leaders usually do.
Especially in MotoGP, yeah. I remember yesterday, Martin kicked the side of Bastianini off. And then he said, yeah, after that there was something wrong. I didn't see him, and then there was something wrong. So when you said there was a problem with the bike yesterday when he crashed, you were right. We played Marc Marquez into 1.
Right. So Marquez just went round the outside. Is that the inside?
Inside
or
on.
inside? Couldn't tell.
Forced it wide as well. Bastianini, nowhere to go on that dive bomb. Great move from Marc Marquez on the
Completely
inside
cut
line.
him off.
Yeah.
It was like a, hi, bye.
Antonio's got the fastest 2nd sector, 22.442. Bagnaia, shade. Do you remember a couple of years ago when he was leading the Italian Grand Prix and he came into Arabiata 2 and the front dipped and he crashed? Yeah, 22, yeah. It's one of those races, isn't it?
Martin and Bagnaia are getting closer to each other.
SHT says Acosta needed the bounce back in the Grand Prix. He's up into 5th. Good points for him on today. Hopefully everyone is enjoying what's happening right now. Marc Marquez P3.
Someone just ripped their visor.
Mark's pulled a 2nd. So Mark's pulled 2 seconds in a lap.
That's good. We need
Mr. Consistent. Look at that. 46.3 and 5.4.3.
We need Martin and Bagnaia to crash into each other if Mark's going to win.
Bagnaia, 2-time MotoGP World Champion, 1-time Moto2 World Champion. This is getting quite tense now. Thank you for the compliment, Vandy. SHT says Bezecchi's having a really rough season so far. Yeah, he is. Where is Bezecchi right now in this one? 14th. He's inside the point still. Yeah, great shot, Dorna. We've got 4 to go. Let's have a super slow-mo shot of the race leader.
Doing absolutely nothing at all.
When their battle is so close. Oh, let's have 2 for the price of 1. This is him coming through Lorenzo. The Borg San Lorenzo, turn 5. After Maserati. Ah, there we go. And that really gives you a visual gap, doesn't it? Marquez has got a lot to pull up.
It does. The gap is getting close to what the gap between Martin and Bagnaia is.
Yeah, it's nearly a second. Okay, not the exciting end we were expecting, but a lot can happen in MotoGP, so...
Like crashing. It's spontaneous.
Yeah.
Then again, I said there'd only be 3 crashes. I mean, well, retirements. 3 cars. I mean, bikes out. So...
Trying to do the gap. Look at the championship now. It's slowly being ebbed down. If Martin goes down, then it gets a lot more entertaining. Morbidelli. Hang on a minute, what's happened there in the midfield? Who's swapped places? Digi's passed Vinales. Digi's up to 7th. He's passed Maverick Vinales.
Huh.
Good move there. Wish we could have seen it, but, you know, the TV director wants to focus on the front here.
We're stuck on people who are trying to gain time.
Yes. With 3 laps to go here at Mugello. 9 miles left. Look at Bastianini. He's got a great run on Marc Marquez down towards turn 1, but in the braking zone, you can't stop Marc. But has he got in the apex? Yes, he has.
We've reached less than a second.
Right, so Marc's now closing down on Martin. But at the same time, Bagnaia is backing the pace up because Bagnaia and Martin are 5.5 tenths separated.
What is happening?
Considering 93 has a hand-me-down bike, yeah, this is great from him. What can he do on the actual bike? That's
Win.
what I want to know, yeah.
That's what he would have done.
It's closing down. Of course, you can't go from factory to factory anymore in MotoGP. You have to spend a year on the satellite bike if you leave contract. If you're out of contract, you can move, like when Lorenzo moved from Ducati to Honda. If you're out of contract, you can move. But if you break your contract, you can't then go from factory to factory. You have to spend somewhere at a satellite team. That's the rules. So Marc broke his contract with Honda. Ergo, he's on a satellite bike. But Lorenzo, years ago...
Is that what happened to Marie?
Yeah. No, Marini was just wanted out and foolishly thought, oh, I'm not going to stay on my brother's team, I'll go rebuild Honda.
Oh, yeah, that's worked out well for him, hasn't it?
Oh, well, look at Marini, who's a star in the past. He's not really got the brain cells at the moment, or neither Honda listening to him, really, as well.
It's Honda, of course.
I'm trying to find out, actually, where he is, Marini. Yeah.
Let's see. Is there a Honda in the top 10? No. Is there anyone who is Honda that is in the top 15? No!
And that's points-paying positions.
What are they? Either 2 of them out and 2 of them low.
2 laps to go. Martin just did a 3/10 a lap faster lap than Bagnaia. Martin has saved his tyres and has now brought the fight on. Marc, I think, is too far back unless these 2 fighting brings him into it on the last lap. But this is going to be a very interesting end to the Italian Grand Prix.
I think that Martin should have done this a lap ago.
Yeah, he's gone too late. He's banking on he can get the slipstream.
The same decision was made last weekend.
Yeah, it was. Didn't work. He's banking and get that slipstream out the last corner, and because it's such a long run to the line, he can drag past. Marc and Bastianini are coming into it. This is getting a very intense end, isn't it?
It is.
The last lap's going to be fun.
2 Hondas out. 2
Of the
are
4.
in 19th and 20th.
Zarco 19th, Marini 20th. Oh, and Bastianini up the inside! And gets ahead of Marc Marquez! Down on the inside of Scarpera! And Marc is off the podium! The Italians hate Marc Marquez still. They were booing him yesterday in the sprint race, and they love that it's going to be Bastianini up in 3rd place.
Well, I suppose his contract's a bit more safe now.
Yeah, they keep booing Marc. They booed him yesterday as well.
What did Marc ever do?
He fighting with Rossi in 2015, 16, whatever it was.
He had no choice.
I think it was 15, wasn't it? Yeah.
He had no choice. It's a race.
And then Rossi kicked him off. Only the Italian fans can be angry for something the Italian did. But then again, it was, to be fair, they kept coming to the blows all season long as well.
No one ever.
But it was 7 years ago, just get over it.
No one ever yells at Miller for what he does.
Last lap, and Bagnaya's responded. He's pulled 8 tenths now to Martin, now 9 tenths. I think this race is secure.
Do you know what's worrying me? Miller has been weirdly well behaved this season, and it's freaking me out.
Well, he's past his best, isn't he, Jack Miller, in my opinion. Bashing deserves this podium. He does indeed. So, Randy says, oh no, Mark. But I tell you what, this has been a dominant performance from a man who needed damage limitation. Started second in the sprint yesterday, won the sprint race, got a penalty for impeding in practice Alex Marquez. Was given 3 places, started 5th, took the lead by the time we got to turn 2, and has held it with calm and pace and dedication ever since. And now Bastianini's going for a Ducati 1-2 ahead of Martin here as well. Go on, Anea!
Come on.
Go on! Making a Ducati 1-2. We're into the last sector now as well. Martin has jumped off the pace. Bastianini is fighting for his future. If he can get ahead of Martin, it might just be worth re-signing him. That's what this weekend's all about. Who's going to be on the second bike? Bastianini's going for it on the inside. He's not going to get ahead.
Oh, but he's close.
He's going for it. He's on the inside. Martin went wide. It's a 1-2 for the Ducati Lenovo team. Oh, wow. That's brilliant. And they are Bastianini. I don't know about you, but he's 22. 22 career wins in MotoGP for Pecco Bagnaia. He does the double. 2 in a row. Catalonia and here at Italy. He wins the sprint and the Grand Prix. As Vanessa Nistri, the superfan, waves the flag. And not only that, in Ducati's backyard, it's a Ducati factory 1-2. Bagnaia and Bastianini. It's Italian domination at the Italian Grand Prix.
And his contract's safe. Or safer.
Needed to do what he needed to do. Bastianini gets ahead of Martin and Marquez.
A, I told you last corner. And
Yeah.
B, how many bikes are out?
3. Well done, Megan. Megan's just dominated this one as well. And there is the Italian hero today, says Tenzin. Helen says, whoa, yo, yo, yo. Kenny says, whoa, as well. The last move was a hero move, but Bastianini says Tenzin as well. Rockstar for Pecco Bagnaia. The gap now 18 points in the championship. It's moved down. Kenny says redemption. They can penalise him. They can't stop him winning. 63 wins here in Italy.
Oh, yeah. That means that Martin, because Bastianini took his place, 4 more points taken away from him.
Yeah, championship just goes down to 18. It's
Helping
getting
his
good.
teammate.
Oh, finally. Trackhouse, that's Ralph Fernandez. Congratulating him. So, the factory Ducati team are 1-2. They won the sprint. They won the Grand Prix. It's a 1-2 as well. The team's happy. The championship, I mean, that's just fantastic. What a last lap move from Enea Bastianini. Kind of saying, you can re-sign me, you know. I can do it. But he needs to be consistent. That's the factor.
He does.
Wow.
Kind of knew that Mark would be able to do this.
Back-to-back wins for Bagnaia as well. He won the Catalan Grand Prix. Now he wins the Italian Grand Prix. And he won the Italian Grand Prix last year as well. So he's doubles all round. That's why I said he's 22. Taylor Swift lyric, hashtag spot the lyric. But look at that. Martin went wide. And just the narrowest of intros. And Bastianini said, I'm going through. That was epic.
That's like a callback to yesterday. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, now it's the shoe on the other foot. Except I'm not going to kick you off.
Fantastic. That's revenge. Karma and redemption as well coming through. 22 wins in MotoGP there for Pecco Bagnaia. It's his 32nd career victory in total across the classes. I can hear a dog barking in the background. That's not right outside the door.
No, it's in the thing.
What a race. Fantastic. I don't think Pecco knows what to do with it himself, do you?
I think he's processing that he might get 2 in a row.
Well, 3 in a row.
3 in a row. hasn't he?
22 and 23 champion.
I forgot he was 22.
Yeah. Could be the 24 champion as well. He's got 3 world championships though. He won the Moto2 category in 2018. Marc Marquez, how much is he going to be ruining that? He's broken the Ducati cycle. He's not the 93rd winner.
What did I tell you? This year is the year for breaking things when it comes to cycles and curses.
The Cassini team give him a handshake and say well done. But fourth for Mark, still impressive, but off the podium for the first time in a while actually. Second in so many of the last few races. France, Catalonia, sprint races and the same thing. He's had 5 sprint podiums this year out of the 7 races for Mark.
That's quite good dominance.
Yeah, it is. Rock stars! Out they go to celebrate with Pecco Bagnaia at the top of Arrabbiata 2. He's only made it to Arrabbiata 2. We're going to be here a long time. That's turn 9.
Oh.
He's in coasting in the Pecco fan club area. That's what. Hang on, where is he? That is exit of Paglio. That's down to turn 12. So he's at turn 11 and 12. That's where he is. And he's got the actual guitar. Has he got an amp? Are we going to hear some Pecco jazz? Look at the fan. Look at that. Oh, nice to see Marco Simoncelli, the 58, the Super Sick. Nice to see that he's still remembered here as well as a rockstar moment for Pecco Bagnaia. Hugs all around, taps on the bottoms. What a race. Everyone getting involved. A home win as well. Another home win for Bagnaia. Won the sprint, won the Grand Prix, damaged limitation, gets himself back in the title hunt. Now we've got a fight on. And a 3-week break until we get to the next race. And he's wearing gloves. 3-week break. And he gives it to a fan. That's lovely. One in the crowd, one to a fan. In person. I love Pecco. He's so nice. Photos with the fans. Right, here we go then. Time to come in as well with it all. In you go. Rockstar moment. It's just a massive party. It's fantastic.
Honestly, it's giving vibes of like with the Indy 500.
Yeah.
It's like just
You
being
gotta win
with
the
the
crowd.
fans.
Yeah. Sponsored drink there, of course, for Jorge Martin. Martin, I think, is just looking more and more angry and depressed as the year goes on. He's leading the championship, and he knows that crucial hours keep going through. And they have Bastianini just looking so happy right now. Tell you what, party at Ducati later.
Yeah, honestly, I think they might be the happiest team.
I'm going to send Matty Patterson and Simon Patterson down as well to say, just go get some drinks. Go get some drinks. See, that's what I can't wait to be involved in at World Superbikes, the after parties.
Please don't buy another donkey.
Yeah, don't buy another donkey. Thing is, though,
This time around a mule.
we were doing the Australian, I think it was either the Japanese or Australian Grand Prix, maybe even China actually. I think it was the Chinese Grand Prix. And it was 8 a.m. Maddie went live on Instagram and she just with the donkey. I do have to wonder who takes care of the donkey when they're not there. I mean, all these questions I've got to ask her.
Well, I suppose they have someone else taking care of the donkey.
Yeah, guy called Joseph. There's the move from Renee Bastianini. Kept the door open, didn't he, with Marc Marquez? Get out of it, he says. Get out of it. Bastianini could have, if he wasn't, that way he could have won a race.
He could have.
He was riding for his contract there.
Yeah.
He knew what
Nothing
it
else.
meant. Yeah. If he had let Martin and Marquez go through, it would have been done at the factory team. That was like a contract save.
He was like, do you know what? I need to do this. He did both in a lap.
Is it enough, though?
I think it might be.
He's got to keep showing it regularly. I think that's what he's just been told. You've done it now. Why the hell have you been doing that for the rest of the season?
I didn't think it was that important the rest of the season.
But I think Bastianini was certainly in the first 4 races. He was right up there in the championship hunt. He was in the polls.
He just had
as
bad
well.
luck the other time.
Yeah, he's had a bad couple of races. This is more of a return to form. Oh, now the marshals have got him. Oh, we'll never get on the podium at this rate. Wait, go. Don't the marshals fall down. Becca going, are you all right? I'm okay. Pekka Bagnaia hit a marshal. Is that the Irish flag or the Italian flag? I can't tell from that angle.
I think it's the Italian.
He's looking and going, which way round? Is that the right one?
Bagnaia, please look where you're going.
Someone's got the fans' horns out. An Italian winner at the Italian Grand Prix on an Italian bike. He's done the double with a sprint at the Grand Prix. It's an Italian 1-2 podium.
He's got the guitar on his back.
He's what? Oh, he has got the guitar on his back. Is that his actual guitar?
Oh, I think that's what tripped the marshal. It was the guitar.
Oh, my.
Those two are just going to look and see him come in just like, what the?
Martin is now giving his drink to Bastianini. Don't worry, it's not poisoned, I swear.
Just like,
And then
yeah.
he goes for the low shot. Below the belt. Not cool though for Martin.
It's like, here's a drink. I promise it's safe.
Bang, 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 bang. 3 weeks we've got to wait now until Assen.
A nice little break.
Yeah, then it's 2 races back to back, and then it's the summer break of 4 weeks. So only 2 races in the next 7 weeks.
Everyone's questioning, why is he guitar on his back? Where did has he had that all race? how did you win?
Well,
Okay.
he's only bringing it because he knows Martin's going to be there, and he said he wanted an axe fight.
Martin's just like, it's not what I meant.
Axe fight? The marshal's there with the red flag now. So, no, you can't block the marshal. Finally, 10 minutes later, after the race is finished, Pekka Bagnaia maybe longer actually, gets into Parc Fermé.
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes.
That took a long time. The official going, where did you get the guitar? He's actually looking at the guitar. Look, they're taking it off him now.
He's just like, no, my guitar.
Into the crowd he goes, into the mechanics.
He's holding it to him. Just like, my guitar.
Mine. I want him to play the national anthem himself. Take it on the podium and play the national anthem.
It's just
Oh,
like,
God.
I don't want this guitar to leave
I've
me.
just realised we've already had the Italian national anthem once today for the pre-race ceremonies. We're going to have the Italian national anthem at the Italian Grand Prix for an Italian team, Italian mile, and it's an Italian 1-2.
Oh my.
Magello's going nuts.
Do they play it more than once?
No, they'll play it once.
I'd play it twice. Imagine him jumping in the crowd and someone getting
Look at
hit in
his
the face with a
helmet,
guitar.
rocking and rolling all night.
Really is.
Looks out changing from red to blue. The national colour of Italy, of course, the football team blue.
It works.
It works. Still salty about the Euros. Italy cheated 4 years ago. Or 3 years ago.
Yes, I remember.
We will win.
I told Noemi that. I was just like, you realise Italy cheated? No, she was like, I know they cheat. For context, my best friend Noemi is Italian.
And let the track invasion begin.
I was just like, your team cheated. She was just like, I know.
The temptation to call Maddie Patterson right now and say, Maddie, look at the media centre. How much of are you not getting home tonight? They're in the van as well.
Oh.
Their phone signal is terrible. I've not heard from her in a week. And we're trying to plan Donington.
I've just realised something. Apparently, if you're a championship winner, changing your number to 1 really seems to do wonders.
Yeah. Maybe that's what Lewis was missing.
Yeah. Because he never did. Though as soon as Max did, he was just like,
Off. Bye.
constantly just like, I'm winning again and again. The 1 is manifestation of winning.
That's a poetic quote. When Max eventually loses the title and goes back to using 33,
It's going to be weird.
it's going to be really weird. Let's hear though from Jorge Martin down there with Simon Crafar.
Jorge, yesterday you didn't look happy. The team and you obviously worked overnight, changed some settings, and you were back in the game today. You've got to be happy with that bounce back.
For sure, a bit frustrated about last lap. We did a big step. I was keeping Pecco on this amazing pace and doing record every lap. And at the end, I thought I could make that move to the victory. I was closing the gap. And then I saw I was too much on the limit, so I just wait the last lap. And I am frustrated with myself now because I didn't close that last line. And then it overtook me. But a podium after such a difficult weekend is crucial. Now it's time to rest. And we will be back stronger in Assen.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Tinged with disappointment that he didn't go a bit tighter. Pecco Bagnaia embracing a few fans up on pit wall. Security trying to say, Pecco, look at that.
Listen to that. Brilliant.
What a moment for him in front of the fans.
If he's a real rock star, he should just throw himself in there and do a bit of crowd surface.
Stage dive.
You've got your leathers on anyway.
Go on. We've seen these scenes so much. I tell you what, we've been up there a few times, haven't we? How special is it to stand up and see that crowd underneath now?
Yeah, well,
obviously not cheering for us, of course, but just even to see the sea of people.
Yeah, we stood where they did the checkered flag, didn't we? When I don't know what year it was. Was it 15 or 16 when it was just rammed? That's a lifelong memory.
The checkered flag was waved by a local fan, Vanessa, who won the wave a flag competition this weekend. Little girl, a local lass who got to put the flag. Oh, that was great. Nice little touch. I like those sorts of things. Should have been delighted to see this man come home in second place across the line.
And after such a tough period, you know, to put a race down like that and a fantastic last couple of laps. Tell us all about it. How does it feel to stand on the podium at home?
Yeah, I feel is incredible because after a difficult period, something was wrong, but we have resolved the problem, and today we have pushed really, really hard like a bastard. And well, I can be really happy. I have sleep a little bit during the half part of the race, but after when Mark have overtaken me, I understand now I have to push. Now I have to push. I have to come back and. During the last lap, I have seen Jorge really close to me, and I think, okay, it's possible also to do the second place. And I have overtaken him in the last corner, and grateful. I'm very happy, and I will dedicate this race to my dog. He's dead 1 week ago, and was my baby.
Oh. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's sad to hear, isn't it? With the helmet beside that he had. Apologies for his blue language there. It is one of those things that's become his trademark, so we do apologise for that one. But you can imagine the emotions running deep today for Enea Bastianini. Really great last couple of laps from him.
Yeah, Jorge Martin's disappointed he didn't defend the line, but he had to attack the last corner because he thought Bastianini was going to outbrake him. So Jorge Martin did nothing wrong. He just didn't have the tyre left that Bastianini did.
1-2 for Ducati in blue. And it brings Bagnaia right back into this championship. Started the weekend 39 behind. He's closed the gap to 18 points between himself and Jorge Martin with the double for Ducati in Mugello.
You had the edge all weekend. Everybody thought going into that one, Pecco's the man to beat. How does it feel to do it?
Incredible. It wasn't easy starting from P5, but then I had this strategy to go in from the outside, and it went perfectly. Then I started to push. It wasn't easy because it was difficult to manage well the rear tire because it was pushing a lot the front. But finally, win today after a weekend like this is fantastic. I love all of them. It's incredible, and I'm very happy also for Enea that did a really good job. And nothing more. Grazie Italia, grazie Mugello, è fantastico.
Congratulations.
Wow. Pitch perfect Pecco today, and surely God has given rock and roll to Pecco Bagnaia. Oh, looking at Sylvan, he has not a clue what I'm talking about with the Kiss reference, have you?
No.
Well, ladies and and gentlemen, here come the chainsaws. And I think we're the only people in sport that can say that. Let's just be silent for a minute. Listen to this. Forza Pecco, what a weekend it has been for the reigning world champion. His third victory here on the bounce, under pressure. As always, you are at home, but what a dominant ride today.
He stamped his authority on that one right from the get-go. When he went into turn one, he meant business today. It was like, as he said, he had the strategy to go down the outside, but he knew he needed to lead from lap one. He could stretch it out. Maybe it was a tyre pressure gamble. He made it happen. It was so precise because obviously he starts well, he gets a good jump, but it's that commitment down the outside. So obviously you look at Mark, and Mark's swallowed back in there. Pecco's going forward. But at this point, where do you go? So Pecco goes to the left. When everyone else hits the brakes, he just waits a moment, goes a little bit deeper down the outside. And then from here, it opens up for him. He just taps on the throttle, creeps around the outside. He's alongside second position. Doesn't hesitate for a second, straight up the inside. And that is just the commitment that won him the race right there. He had a plan and he executed it to perfection.
And when you use that word perfection, his race pace, when we saw what he was doing lap by lap, it was metronomic. I mean, we've seen this with Jorge Lorenzo in the past. Absolute perfect plan, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he just made it look easy. You know, we said he was going to attack, take the front and lead the race from the front. It was just impeccable. And the problem is, when you have that kind of pace, it is so hard for the other guys to come and attack him or come anywhere near him. You know, there was a little bit of yo-yo effect at times with Jorge Martin, but Pecco was in control and he was able to respond as well. So as soon as Jorge was getting a little bit too close, he was putting a faster lap. You had a couple of times maybe underneath him, and he just led the race with perfection.
Not unexpected. He was the favourite to it. Can you still see us? We're covered in smoke here. It smells absolutely divine. But to get a 1-2 Ducati in their backyard with Bastianini, now that was a little bit of a surprise.
It was actually, but Enea just dug deep. You can see what it means. Davide Tardozzi's borderline heart attack down there. He's still going nuts. But yeah, Enea rode his socks off those last few laps to regain the position of Marc Marquez, then bridge the gap to Jorge Martin, then attack instinctively in the last corner. This one, he got it all done in Arrabbiata too. He's really turning on the front at this point in the race when everyone else is losing a little bit of grip. He's actually really able to execute. You can see that he's alongside, almost parallel. This is such a tricky corner though. Scarperia, downhill, off camber. We've seen so many front end crashes there throughout the weekend. So you got to really want it, especially on Marc Marquez in the last lap. And Enea wanted it today. Lovely little touch to dedicate it to his dog. Obviously, the emotions of losing your dog, that can spur him on to a result.
It's a family member, isn't it?
Massive. And nice touch to deliver the 1-2 for Ducati at home. But yeah, this last corner, look at how he sets it up through beyond Eddie, gets the run down here. You think he's going to go for it and braking, but he uses his superiority. Mid-corner turning, just makes this GP24 hook. And watch this, he just keeps turning. Jorge knows he's there, and that's it. Job done. He can't actually fight back from there. So, yeah, another instinctive pass from Enea in those closing laps whenever he's got traction that no one else has. It is his gift.
You're brimming with adrenaline at that point, but how brave was it?
Yeah, super brave and super hard to make it stick as well. The racing line, actually, Jorge Martin is on the ideal racing line there. So to be able to sneak in like that along the curb, there is absolutely no room there. It's really, really hard. So obviously, Bastianini had a little bit in reserve for the hand. He did a really quick lap time as well in that last lap, got everything perfect. But to go and do that, get the energy to go and do that, and stick it up the inside there, this is not normally a passing place, so never mind about doing it on Jorge Martin. You wouldn't overtake a back marker up the inside there.
No, I mean, it is hard to pass around Mugello, as we discussed earlier, apart from down the straight, very tricky. Emotions running high, as you would expect, just outside apart from the crowd pouring in still to the track. The invasion is well and truly on, and we're right in the middle of it. Glory be. We're just waiting for the podium, and it's going to sound absolutely terrific when they come out.
And Italy have gone nuts, Susie. I think it's safe to say right now. Megan has not left the commentary box. Unusual for her. Why?
I don't know.
Usually you're first out the door. Straight back inside. Biscuit, ice cream, cookie, milk.
I had to keep an eye on the interviews, and by then I was just moving to seem so
She's staying here for 5 o'clock. And mine now. NASCAR 2 till midnight. Oh, you're such a kind sister.
No!
Now she runs. Look at that. Davide Tardozzi, as Michael Amici said, is almost having a heart attack down there in Parc Ferme. I have never seen that man jive so hard in his life. Listen to the guitar. He has. Listen to the crowd. There he is. He's got the guitar and the Rock All Night helmet.
That's how you do podiums.
It is loud, even over our headphones. And we're in the UK. We're not even in Mugello. But we've got the headphones with the ambient sound. We can hear it massively. Oh, there's the media centre. Fairly convinced. Look at that. Here we go then. The trophy for Ducati. Third straight win here in Italy. Tell you what, Ferrari might make it in Formula 1, but Ducati make it potty for MotoGP here. Giovanni Copparelli, the FRMI president, the Federation of Motorsport Italy, presents the trophy to Jorge Martin. Ducati rider, he still gets a lot of celebration too. It's a normal fly.
Not this fly again.
It's a normal fly.
Okay.
Second place for Enea Bastianini with an absolutely stellar last few laps. But the biggest cheer of all is going to come for Pecco Bagnaia. His 22nd win, 32nd overall in his career, 40th podium, his second win here at the weekend after the sprint, his third win in Italy. Pecco Bagnaia, 22 and up. Davide Tardozzi won't stop punching the air. The fans go nuts. And now the Italian national anthem. There's nothing better. This is going to be something special, isn't it?
It is.
Can't even hear it because of the chainsaws. Italy has gone absolutely nuts. And now it's champagne time! An Italian 1-2 is absolutely stupendous. Megan, what do you make of Italy?
I thought it was very, very amazing, and I'm very proud of myself for predicting it.
MotoGP goes on a 3-week break before we head to one of the most legendary circuits in the calendar. The TT Assen is next up. But here in Italy, the party rages on. Pecco Bagnaia wins. Enea Bastianini is second. My thanks to Megan, and thanks to all of you at home. It's tears and celebrations. The party in Mugello is just getting started. We'll see you at the TT Assen next time out. What a race win as they come through for Pecco Bagnaia. We'll see you next time out in Catalunya. We'll see you next time out at Assen. Bye-bye.